You know when your friend decides to prank you in Minecraft, either it's dropping an anvil on your head as you walk out of your house, or if it's making you suffocate from gravel or sand while you're mining. Well, either way, those two pranks rely on one singular scientific concept, which is gravity. And I'm going to be telling you about it because it's one of the most fundamental forces in the whole universe. It's also, quite frankly, why your pranks even work. Gravity is the force that pulls objects towards the center of the Earth, or any planet, or any star. It's also what keeps us and everything else down on the ground. See, without gravity, we'd all be floating around. But what keeps the oceans in place and makes apples fall from trees and gives us the tools to prank our friends is gravity. So let's break it down. Essentially, you can imagine Earth like a big magnet, but instead of pulling metal, it's pulling everything that has mass. When I say mass, I mean how much stuff an object is made of. And so the more mass something has, the stronger the force of gravity it creates. But what's really interesting is that gravity isn't something that we can see, it's just something we feel. So if you ever jump in the air, you're going to fall back down because gravity is what's pulling you back down on the Earth. And the pull is what we feel as what we call weight. And so it's not just Earth's gravity we deal with. You see, for example, the moon has its own gravity too. That's why we see the ocean's tides rise and fall as the moon's gravity pulls the water towards it as it goes and orbits the Earth, causing high and low tides. Here's the fun part. Gravity is also what keeps the planets in orbit around the sun. Yep, and without gravity, planets would just drift off into space. And Earth stays in the same place, however, as it revolves around the sun. But because of the sun's gravity pulling on it like an invisible leash, sort of, and the same thing happens on the moon. It's in orbit around the Earth because Earth's gravity pulls it towards us. It's pretty cool. So what does gravity mean for us in our daily lives? Well, for one, obviously, it keeps us safe. I mean, without gravity, you wouldn't be able to even walk or even be sitting on your chair as you watch this video. But it also gives us the challenge of dealing with weight. And so you ever wonder why carrying a backpack full of books feels harder on Earth than it would be on the moon? It's because gravity on the moon is only about 1/6 of what we have here on Earth. So if you ever feel like your backpack is weighing you down, just remember, it could be worse. You could be on the moon. So the next time you drop something or get a nice splat when you trip, just remember gravity's got your back. Well, sort of. It's also the reason your phone screen cracks when it hits the ground and the reason your friends are able to prank you. But hey, it's all part of the science of the world we live in. And so thank you for hanging out with me today in Nabs Lab. I hope you're now feeling a little more grounded in your understanding of gravity.